If you didn't know any better, Drake London would sound like a great draft pick in your fantasy football league in 2023. He's going into his second year after a solid rookie campaign. He was taken with a top 10 pick in the NFL draft, and he's the top receiver for a team that could very well win their division this year. You may hear all of this on the internet or social media, but today I'm going to explain to you why you should not take Drake London in your fantasy drafts this season, despite how promising he sounds. Every positive thing I said at the start of the video is true. He's the wide receiver 1 for a solid offense, going into his second year after being the 8th overall pick in the 2022 NFL Draft. That's all good and gives him a rosy outlook, but hiding behind all that fluff is about 100 red flags that could throw his fantasy value in the gutters this year. For starters, there's probably not going to be a lot of opportunities for him. Now, I already know a bunch of people are going to bring up his target share, which was the 5th highest in football last year at 29.4%. But that doesn't actually mean very much in Atlanta's offense. They had the highest rushing rate of any team in football last year and passed the ball at the second worst rate in the NFL. Now, they still have Arthur Smith as the head coach, and he just took running back Bijan Robinson with a top 10 pick this year. It's safe to say that the team isn't going to stop running the ball. Now, some players do find good fantasy value even with low volume, but I don't have a lot of hope that London will be able to do that. He played with Marcus Mariota for almost the entire year last year, and that led to him being the wide receiver 48 in PPR points per game. That's an awful finish, and it largely stemmed from bad QB play. This year, they have Desmond Ridder as their presumptive starter, and I don't want to jump the gun, but he's pretty trash as well. He'll be a very minor upgrade over Mariota, if he's even an upgrade at all. Some people also seem to forget that tight end Kyle Pitts should be back and fully healthy this season. Say what you want about Pitts' talent, but he definitely had an impact on London when he was on the field last year. When Pitts was sidelined last season, Drake London averaged 8.4 targets per game. When Pitts was healthy and on the field, that number dropped to just 5.8 targets per game. That's pretty concerning as well, given that you don't want to bank on an injury for your middle round draft pick to be valuable. You don't want to have Kyle Pitts get injured in order for London to get the volume that'll make him worth that pick. So to recap, London is a talented player, but he'll be catching passes from one of the worst quarterbacks in the NFL on one of the lowest passing offenses in the NFL, while sharing that work with a former top 5 draft pick who wasn't healthy last year. When you think about all that, you can see why his wide receiver 23 price tag is pretty concerning to me. He's going above players like Jerry Jeudy, Chris Godwin, and Tyler Lockett, all of whom finished significantly better than London on a points per game basis in 2022. I'm not saying it's impossible for him to meet his 4th or 5th round ADP, but he's being drafted at his ceiling rather than his floor. And I firmly believe that for all these reasons, you should avoid drafting Drake London in your 2023 fantasy football drafts. Thanks for watching this video. If you want more content like this, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell down below so you don't miss a beat. If you want to see a specific player covered, leave them in the comments below, and make sure to follow us on our Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. And we'll see you next time. Goodbye.